Hi there, how's it going? This is Cross the Rubicon channel and today is the 18th of May. Been a beautiful day today in Christchurch. Not warm, but sunny and dry, nice. I've been thinking about, my running for councillor in New Brighton, Coastal Ward. And I'm just thinking that, or maybe next year, running for independent MP in maybe the same area. Depends where I'm staying, depends where I'm living at the time. But I think my knowledge is much more broad as opposed to talking about roads, potholes, trees, and local issues. And I'm much more focused and much more interested in geopolitics, national politics, and party politics, and maybe thinking of running as an independent MP for wherever. I haven't decided, but somewhere in Christchurch. So I think that's where my skills are best suited, rather than local government. I would have no idea what my chances are. I know the media will come after me and say all sorts, as they do, as you know. And but I run nevertheless. I mean, regardless of costs, I try and raise money, obviously, to help me pay for costs. And but I would want to change things from the very, very top and be a real firebrand, because I would consider myself as a firebrand, albeit I don't F and blind. I do in private, but I don't on camera. I don't really do it much off camera, but much more focused, and I say a lot more off camera than what I would on camera. Such is life. It's just the way it is for all of us. But yeah, and the media, as I've said many times before, the media will always come after people like myself, anybody who's right of centre, and anybody who is a threat to the government and the established order, basically. The media will come after and smear, besmirch, and try their very, very best to destroy, dehumanise, in the eyes of the public, to destroy any chance of getting into Parliament. And they'll do that on behalf of the government, because the government paid them now to do that. But tell me what you think. Better local council, or better for running as an independent MP? Because I don't believe in any parties at this minute anyway. I don't think there's any party I'd like to join. Labour would be in another life, maybe, an alternate universe. National, are just Labour light, may be even worse than Labour. ACT, not with that little ferret, David Seymour, at the helm, because I think he's a liar, a deceiver, a duplicitous little pipsqueak. And New Zealand First, again, same thing with Winston Peters. So it'd have to be an independent, wouldn't it? Just stands to reason. So tell me what you think, what you think my thoughts are, because I'm very, I'd like to think I'm open, I'm honest. I'd like to think I'm honest. Have I got integrity? I think so. Morality? It's debatable. Yeah, of course I've got morality. I'm not perfect by any means. And I don't tell anyone I'm perfect. I've got my faults, I've got my idiosyncrasies. But I will fight for what is right, and I will say what I believe is true. And I think that's important, and there's a lot of people lose sight of this, especially people who get into Parliament. They lose sight and they toe party lines and do deals behind closed doors and things like that. And I think, well, things have to change, and they've got to change from within. And could you just imagine me in Parliament? Could you imagine it? I mean, if Rawiri Waititi get into Parliament and others who are, well, you fill in the gaps, and I can get into Parliament, and I would be fundamentally, I would say, on almost everything, opposed to them. And because I don't believe in racial privilege, I don't believe in giving money in the hundreds of millions to a minority group who call themselves victims. I don't believe that the people of today should be paying for past ills, again to the tune of millions, even billions. And I don't believe there should be separate health systems and welfare systems for any group, you know which group I'm talking about, based on skin colour, culture or anything, just because just because of those reasons. I just don't believe that should be happening. And I will fight it all the way. I will make issue of it all the way. I don't believe the United Nations, World Health Organization, WEF, or any of these organizations, big tech, big pharma. I don't believe any of those organizations or individuals, Bill Gates, Soros, Klaus Schwab especially, I don't believe they should have any hand in this government and deciding who is going to be our Prime Minister. There's no way this should be happening. And I would voice my opinion in Parliament with great tenacity. I believe I can bring such colour to Parliament that it would be almost essential viewing, because it will be highly entertaining if I was in there. Could you imagine me in Parliament with David Seymour and Rawiri Waititi and Debbie Packer and these lunatic Greens? Can you imagine the fun I'd have? Because I would relish it. I would really relish it, and it would be great fun. But I'm sure they wouldn't relish it, and that's the best part, because they would dread it, because they know whatever they did, my God, they'd see me walk in and they know that this is going to be a spectacle. And that's a good thing for New Zealand. That's a good thing for democracy. For me to be on the inside, to expose it, for you to watch and listen and get more interested in what's actually happening. Because Parliament at this present time, and has been for a long time, is full of gutless cowards who will say nothing, because they either toe the party line or they're just looking after their jobs, or basically they're just cowards and they don't want to be called names. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit about being called names. Water off a duck's back. So, there you go. Me for local council or me for an independent MP somewhere in Christchurch, or somewhere maybe up and down the country, who knows. But I will be attacked, and I expect that from not only the media, politicians, and the far leftists, and the especially Te Poti Maori, who are going to call me all sorts, like I give a shit. So tell me what you think, and let me know in the comments below, and yeah, please subscribe, leave a comment, share this video everywhere. This is me from Brougham Street in Christchurch at 6:15 in the evening. See you later.